the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air, Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better, Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and Orsine. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Oh, welcome back, everybody. It is another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show. Welcome, everybody, to your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, reviews. Am I on the Air has got you covered. It, my friends, is season. Are you ready? It's season 19. That's right, season 19, episode 10, and tonight's show is titled 6 Levels. That is correct, and we are broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios on the road once again. That's right, here in Cottonwood, Arizona. We are live from the Best Western here in Cottonwood, Arizona, on the road again, doing the show via satellite on this Wednesday, December the 18th. That's right, December the 18th. We are literally exactly 1 week away from Christmas, man. I can't believe it. Christmas 2019. Next Wednesday. It's going to be crazy. Yes, it is. But we are back. That's not what it's about. This episode is not about Christmas. It's about entertainment news. And we're going to be talking Jumanji, the next level. We're going to be talking 6 Underground. And then, of course, we're going to be talking all the latest and greatest in entertainment news. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. Yes, it's a Wednesday. It is a couple days after what we normally do. We normally drop an episode every Monday. But if you've been listening to the show, you know the dealio. It's been busy. It's been very, very busy. And I'm at a point right now where I just got to get the show in where I can get it in. And when I go out of town for work and I'm sitting in a hotel, this is the better time than ever for me to knock out this show when I'm all alone sitting in a hotel room. So I don't have to worry about family, wives, kids, work. At this point, I get to just relax in the hotel room and knock this episode out. So thank you for joining me. Yes, we're a couple days late, but it is worth it. It's time to get going here on Am I on the Air? As we always do, we start off with our non-spoiler movie reviews. So let's get right into it. Number 1, coming out the gate, it's the number 1 movie in the world right now, and that is Jumanji, the next level. Jumanji 3, technically, in the lineup, because you have the Robin Williams Jumanji movie, and then a couple years ago, we got Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, which was technically a sequel. So then now the next level is technically part 3, and this one is continuing the story that we started to build with Welcome to the Jungle, where the kids go into the video game and they take over the avatars of their characters, played by The Rock, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan. I loved Welcome to the Jungle. The movie was so refreshing. It was such an interesting take, the way that they did it with the kids going into the video games and picking these avatars to be and inhabiting these larger-than-life kind of, avatars. And this movie here takes it and turns it up several notches. You now have the addition of Danny DeVito. You have the addition of Danny Glover. You have Awkwafina. in here. You got Nick Jonas coming back. So they made it bigger. And what I loved about this is when they go back into the game, you have different people inhabiting the avatars, and you get to see different takes on it, like The Rock doing his version of Danny DeVito. Huh? Are we in Jumanji? Who is Jumanji? Am I dead? You got Kevin Hart doing an awesome Danny Glover. That reminds me about my friend Kevin. Let me tell you about Kevin. He was a good old boy. And it's just really, really cool to see. Jack Black gets to mix it up. And then during the movie, everything gets all mixed up again, and you get to see stuff from another light, which is just super, super cool. So, this movie I found to be extremely fun. I had a blast with it. I've actually seen it twice already because I saw it opening night in IMAX with Geeky Pat, and then went again over the weekend with my wife and my daughter to see it as well. So I loved it both times. It is such a great family film that you can go and just enjoy with everybody and have some really good laughs. They don't really make movies like this anymore, and it's kind of sad. Now, make sure you stay through to the mid-credit scene. There is a mid-credit scene, and it's really, really cool and kind of gives you an idea where the next movie possibly could go if they decide to make another one. So make sure you check it out. But for me, I had a blast with it. Jumanji: The Next Level, I would give 4 out of 5 stars. I liked it just as much, if not maybe even a little bit more than the last one. So I can't recommend it enough. And my second movie review of the weekend is going to be the new mega action movie that you can actually watch right now on Netflix, Six Underground. Six Underground is a movie starring Ryan Reynolds, directed by Michael Bay, and written by the guys who made Deadpool. I talked about this movie being made over a year ago right here on this show. And when I heard the mix, directed by Michael Bay, starring Ryan Reynolds, with the guys who wrote Deadpool, and it was going to be an action movie, I was like, hells yeah, give me this thing right now. And sure enough, this movie drops on Netflix last weekend, and it blew my effing brains out. I, for number one, think Michael Bay is the greatest action director of all time. The dude just knows action. He knows how to film it. This movie starts off with about a 20-minute car chase, which might be one of the coolest car chases you've ever seen in your life on film. It is so crazy. The violence in this movie is turned up to 11. They give no Fs. People are getting brains shot out, eyeballs shot out, limbs are getting separated, people are getting run over by cars. I mean, it's like, basically, Netflix wrote Michael Bay a check and just said, make whatever the fuck you want. And he said, hells yeah. He said, I'm going to blow some shit up and I'm going to kill some motherfuckers. And that's what he did. This movie is Bay turned up to 15. And then, of course, you got Ryan Reynolds, who's just fantastic in a role like this. He's such a great action star. The premise of the movie is basically he's a billionaire. He's a tech billionaire who fakes his own death. And then he starts this group called the Six Underground, which basically has him finding 5 other people with a different set of skills. And they all basically fake their deaths, so they are not responsible for anything. And they go around the world and they find dictators and they find bad people and they kill them. Basically is the gist of it. I had such a blast with this movie. It is so balls to the wall. And it's everything that, like, I mean, I was telling some people at work about the movie today, and I called it the ultimate bro movie, because it's so bro. Like, I showed my wife the trailer, and she was like, yeah, I don't want to watch that, and I don't blame her. This is not a movie for my wife. This is a movie for me. This is a movie that's made on testosterone, and for you to truly enjoy it, you need to shut your damn brain off, grab a bucket of popcorn, grab a soda, and just kick back and enjoy a movie that basically, it's like the movie snorted a bunch of lines of cocaine and then it just said action. It is that crazy. But I absolutely ate it up and I loved it. Don't listen to your basic critics on this because they're going to poo-poo on everything like they always do. But I know after I watched the movie, I kind of just did a quick Twitter search on it. And all the people like us that are on Twitter were loving it. They were saying how much fun they had and they couldn't wait for a sequel, and that this is just such a guilty pleasure blast. And I was glad to see that the majority of the normal people out there that watch these kind of things really, really enjoyed it. The movie's beautiful looking. Michael Bay can shoot a hell of a good looking movie, and this is, of course, no different. This movie does not feel like a Netflix movie. It cost over $150 million to make. This is a big budget action blow 'em up, and they milk every dollar out of this thing. So I cannot speak highly enough for this movie. It was a great weekend for me with seeing Jumanji twice and then now Six Underground. I would give Six Underground 4 out of 5 stars as well. Just so amazing and badass. Like I said, just if you are an action junkie, this is your drug. Go watch Six Underground right now on Netflix. Okay, there's your 2 non-spoiler movie reviews of the week, and now we'll switch gears on over to our news of the week. So pretty much right after we did last week's show, news started to drop about Warner Brothers setting some release dates for some of their upcoming movies, like The Matrix 4, which I was super, super stoked about. And then the real big news that kind of came out of this announcement was that Warner Brothers finally set a date for the Flash movie. That's right, the Flash movie that should have came out like 3 years ago and continually kept getting pushed back and different directors and all this kind of stuff. We finally know it's moving forward, and we have a release date. The Flash movie will be directed by Andy Muschietti, who of course did the 2 It movies. It's going to be scheduled to come out on July 1st, 2022. So there you go. Ezra Miller supposedly still attached to play the Flash. As you know, he did a very quick cameo in Batman v Superman, and he was in Justice League. So finally getting this goddamn Flash movie. It just sucks we got to wait till 2022 because I know he's got to do the next Fantastic Beast movie first. But at least we have a release date, we have a director locked in, and it looks like it's finally happening. Matrix 4 coming out next year. I'm so excited about this. Now, when I say next year, we're basically in 2020 at this point. So it comes out in 2021. Sorry, not to tease anybody. But yes, 2021, May 21st, 2021, which coincidentally turns out to be the release date for John Wick Chapter 4. So we have a Keanu Reeves Day coming in May. That's right, May 21st, 2021, we'll have John Wick Chapter 4 and The Matrix 4 coming out on the same day. Now, if you ask me, I do not think that both movies will stay on that date. I actually think The Matrix will move because John Wick had that date first. I think that they're doing a disservice to Keanu and the fans if they have both movies open on the same day. I feel like someone will move. Now, if they don't change it, then that's going to be a hell of a weekend at the box office, and I'm going to have a great time seeing the number 4 out of both of these Keanu franchises. But I do feel like one of them will move eventually at this point. So we will see. We also found out that Warner Brothers has actually changed the release date for the new Mortal Kombat movie, which is actually going to hit theaters earlier now. It's going to come out on January 15th, 2021. So just about a year away for that Mortal Kombat movie, which will be pretty damn cool. So love it. Love release dates, especially when they give me good news. So I will take it. MGM has signed Alex Ross Perry to adapt and direct the Dark Half remake. Ridley Scott is developing a gaming thriller series for Quibi. That's right, man. I can't believe this Quibi series is getting so many people to produce content for this thing. Every day I feel like a new project is being announced for Quibi. So we'll see. Cursor is is the name of this show that Ridley Scott is developing for Quibi. Baz Luhrmann has found his next project in The Master and Margarita. That's right, he's going to adapt that. The Spotify Untold series adaptation is getting a limited series order over on Netflix. Oscar Isaac, he's going to be in the new Dune remake, and in doing some press for Star Wars, he says the new Dune remake is shocking, unique, and visceral. He says he can't wait for audiences to see it, and I, for one, cannot wait myself to see this new version of Dune. I think it's going to be awesome. So there's this new movie that just came out straight to video called Code 8, and I actually bought it just last night on Vudu. I was on Vudu. It was on sale for like $10, and I've heard really good things about it. It stars Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell from Arrow, and it looks really, really cool, kind of set in a real world where people have powers and stuff. I really like the trailer, so I was like, you know what? F it, I'll buy this movie. So I buy it. I have not watched it yet, though, so I will hopefully watch it this weekend. But the cool news is once again, Quibi is back, and Quibi is actually going to do a Code 8 spin-off series that will actually even star Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell. So they are going to be reprising their roles from this movie and doing an actual series on Quibi based on this movie, Code 8. So that makes me very happy because it gives me more hope about the movie I just purchased, that it's good enough that Quibi would say, hey, let's do a TV series based on it. So I like that a lot. Quentin Tarantino is teasing once again that Kill Bill Volume 3 is in the cards. But when will it be? Who the hell knows? Because he's been teasing this one for a long time. But yes, the Kill Bill 3 rumor is back in action. Amazon's Lord of the Rings has just added Emma Horvath to the cast. Remember, this is for the TV show. Disney Plus is doing a Home Alone reboot. That's right. The thing that no one asked for. But they have just cast Archie Yates, Ellie Kemper, and Rob Delaney for the new reboot. So, you know what? I kind of dig the casting. I really love Ellie Kemper, and Rob Delaney's super funny. And this kid, Archie Yates, is in Jojo Rabbit, and he's been getting rave reviews. So I do like the casting. I think that's very, very cool. Supergirl has just cast Thomas Lennon as the new Mxyzptlk. This is going to be definitely very interesting. I love Thomas Lennon. He's great at everything he does, and this is a very odd character in the DC universe, and I think he'll do a great job at it. But Marvel TV is closing down, and the remaining shows will now move over to Marvel Studios. So no shocker here. We know that Kevin Feige is in charge of the TV side now as well. And pretty much most of the TV shows have been canceled at this point. There's not much left to do. Like Cloak and Dagger's done. The Runaways is done, which I just started binging. It's on Hulu now, so you can watch that third and final season. I'm only one episode in, but I like the first episode so far. All the Netflix shows are done. Basically, all they have left is the new stuff Hulu is working on, and the last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is also going to be done after this next season, which I believe they've already fully filmed. So, yeah, it's the next shift, man. They're getting rid of everything that had come before Kevin Feige to pave way for what is to come from Kevin Feige, which I believe most of this stuff will obviously be on Disney Plus, if not Hulu, if it looks to be darker material. Ethan Hawke is going to be reprising his Purge movie role in the series Season 2 finale, so that's pretty cool, kind of coming full circle there. Toby Onwumere has joined the cast of The Matrix 4, that's right. He was previously on Sense8 and Empire. I've actually never heard of him myself, but he has just been given a role in Matrix 4. Kevin Feige says that we will definitely see Infinity War and Endgame in a new light after you see the Black Widow movie. So very interesting there. I don't know how that will affect it, but hey, we'll see where it goes. We have the first trailer for Promising Young Woman, which looks really interesting, actually. This looks very low budget, kind of straight to video, but I really, really dug the trailer for this, starring Carey Mulligan. Check it out and see for yourself there. Broadway star Alex Brightman has been cast as John Belushi for an upcoming biopic. There is a rumor going around that Dave Batista could be the next Bane and that he might be auditioning for something for the new Batman. Now, this is, I feel, a little bit of a stretch because most people are thinking this because Dave Batista posted an Instagram picture of him at the Warner Brothers office, and he said, You know, if they're not going to come to you, you go to them. Hashtag Dream Chaser. Which, of course, just immediately had everybody saying, oh, what's he doing for DC? Well, you know what? Warner Brothers makes a lot of other movies, too, outside of DC, so who knows what he was there for. But a lot of rumors swirling around that he's trying to get the role of Bane for the upcoming Batman movie. So we will see if anything turns out from this meeting. We have the first teaser trailer for Stargirl, which is a new DC superhero show that's coming to the CW. It was originally going to just be on the DC Universe app, but now it'll be streaming on both. It'll air first on the DC Universe and then on the CW a day or two later. So Stargirl coming soon. Netflix has granted Disenchantment a Season 3 renewal for 2020. Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas are set to produce a reality competition series for Amazon inspired by their Indian wedding. Very interesting there. SAG Award nominations, we have that posted so you can check out and see what's going on there. Lifetime has released a trailer for the upcoming Surviving R. Kelly follow-up called The Reckoning. That's right, it will air on Lifetime on January 2nd. With Part 2, The Reckoning, to recap everything that's happened since the Surviving R. Kelly show. I will say this. I was late to this show on Surviving R. Kelly, and then they moved it to Netflix, and I binge-watched the hell out of it. I loved Surviving R. Kelly. I found it to be so intriguing. So believe me, that Surviving R. Kelly Part 2, The Reckoning, which airs over 3 consecutive nights in January on the Lifetime Network, will be set on my DVR so I can watch this thing as it drops. Starting January 2nd, I'm there. I can't wait to see where this story goes because it is crazy. If you haven't seen Surviving R. Kelly, I highly suggest you watch it on Netflix. You'll find it very hard to turn away. It is so crazy. All right, what else we got here? Shazam. That's right, Shazam Part 2 has officially been given an April 2022 release date. So 2022 is going to be a big year for DC because we're going to have The Flash, and now we have Shazam 2 coming. So very excited about this one. Jonathan Entwistle. That's right, he is the creator of Netflix's The End of the Fucking World, is working on a new take of the Power Rangers movie for Paramount Pictures. That's right. He is developing a Power Rangers reboot for Paramount Pictures, which is now the Power Rangers franchise is owned by Hasbro. So Hasbro wants to reboot it, and they've signed on Jonathan to take care of it. So we'll see where this ends up going. I kind of wanted a sequel to the one that came out a couple years ago. I actually really, really dug that reboot, so a little disappointing we're not going to get a sequel to that one because they were teasing Tommy at the end, and now I'm not going to get Tommy. Let's see here. James Gunn confirms that Endgame will not affect script changes for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The reason for that is he says he was given the script to Endgame when he was writing his script, so he already knew how Endgame was going to end, so he could, obviously make his script flow afterwards. So it makes sense that he doesn't really need to tweak too much. Mika Ishikawa and Desmond Chiam have joined the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, which is currently filming for a release later in 2020 on Disney+. They are moving forward with Scream 5, and there's a big rumor going around that Hayden Panettiere's character, Kirby Reed, could be returning for Scream 5, so we'll see what happens there. Lulu Wang is set Nicole Kidman, a new Nicole Kidman drama for Amazon called The Expatriates. So yeah, there you go. We have all the winners from the Game Awards 2019, so you can check that out. See what picked up the awards there. Will Poulter, who was supposed to be the lead in the upcoming Lord of the Rings television series, has officially bowed out. That's right, due to good old scheduling conflicts. He can't do it anymore, so he has left the production there. Game of Thrones, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss creators are set to make a new horror thriller called Lovecraft. Rabbids, Hybrid. That's right, these crazy-ass looking fake rabbits. I don't know what the hell's going on. The Rabbids Hybrid live-action movie is in the works over at Lionsgate. That's right. You didn't ask for it, but it's coming. So, Rabbids Hybrid live-action movie. Kumail Nanjiani's Little America has been renewed for a season 2 over on Apple TV+. Vacation spinoff series in the works. That's right, HBO Max has officially ordered a vacation spinoff series called The Griswolds. I love it. Give it to me now. Pierce Brosnan has joined Sony's Cinderella musical. Jason Bateman is set to direct New Line Cinema's new thriller, Shut-In. There is a new Fast and Furious video game coming. That's right. It's called Crossroads, and they do have Vin Diesel and some of the other cast members doing voices in the video game. So pretty interesting there. I might have to check this one out. Zack Snyder still teasing the Snyder Cut. He released an official photo of Henry Cavill in the black Superman suit last week, which looked so amazing. Man, I want the Snyder Cut so bad. Please give me some more information on this. Reef Break has been canceled after just one season. That's right. Starring Poppy Montgomery. It was a summer series, and it has already been canceled after just the one season. Keke Palmer and Joel Kim are set to host a brand new version of Singled Out, which is, Singled Out used to be a show on MTV, and now it's going to be a reboot with a social media twist. And guess what it's coming to? Quibi. That's right, Quibi. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel has already been renewed for season 4 because season 3 was the most watched opening weekend ever. So, man, when you have that happen, you hurry up and you sign up for that next season right away. Michael Bacall and Joe Cornish are set to develop a Snow Crash series for HBO Max. Looks like Orlando Jones has been fired from American Gods, and there's a lot of controversy going on here that I don't even want to get into. But if you want to know more, I have actually posted a couple different articles up with Orlando Jones's view, his side, and then also what the showrunner side of it is. So pretty interesting stuff there for you to check out if you want to dig into it a little bit. Give me 1 second here. So over at the box office over the weekend, Richard Jewell opened, which is the new Clint Eastwood movie based on the true events, and it only made $5 million over the weekend. It was the second worst nationwide opening ever for a picture made by Clint Eastwood. That's pretty disappointing to me. I think Richard Jewell looks amazing. The reviews have been amazing. I just don't know why anybody didn't go out and support it over the weekend. And obviously I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. But man, I don't know if it'll be in the theater in a couple weeks when I can get to it, but I'll definitely check out this movie, hopefully sooner rather than later. Congratulations to Frozen 2, which made its box office milestone, passing $1 billion over the weekend, so congratulations there. $1 billion. We have the new Top Gun Maverick poster, which looks pretty cool. We got that posted up all over our social media. And then the new trailer dropped the very next day. That's right. The new movie comes out on June 26, 2020. Top Gun Maverick, the second official trailer, dropped the other day, and it's up on our Twitter and our Facebook page and stuff, so check that out. Netflix's Unforgiven has added Viola Davis to the cast. Disney Plus is developing a Turner and Hooch TV series. That's right. The Dirty Dozen remake has landed Suicide Squad director David Ayer to direct. Radio Silence is a company that did the movie Ready or Not earlier in the year. I really liked Ready or Not. I actually own that one in 4K. And they're going to team up with Phil Lord and Chris Miller for a new bear horror comedy. That's right. I said bear horror comedy, which they're saying is a mix of Good Boys and The Revenant. Did you ever think you'd hear anybody say a movie is going to be a mix of Good Boys and The Revenant? But that's what they're saying here. That's right. Blended comedy, horror, Radio Silence, Phil Lord, Chris Miller, a bear horror comedy. Take that for what it is. Thor, Love and Thunder. Director Taika Waititi promises a bigger and bolder sequel, so I like the sounds of that. Quentin Tarantino looks to be steering away from the Star Trek project that we've been talking about for so long, so he might not be doing that. HBO's Watchmen series has officially ended over on HBO, and creator David Lindelof says that the show might not return for season 2. Remember, I told you guys in the beginning that when he made it, he says he did it as a one-season show. So at this point, it's a hit, and people like it and want to see more, and he's saying, I don't know if I'm going to give you more at this point, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. Star Trek Picard gets an early season 2 renewal over at CBS All Access, so congratulations there. 90s nostalgia returns as Legends of the Hidden Temple gets a reboot on Guess It, here we go, Quibi. Quibi don't stop, man. They're giving Netflix a run for its money right now. Sylvester Stallone teases that something special for Rocky fans is coming in a few months. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Patty Jenkins removes the sword and shield for Diana in Wonder Woman 1984. That's right. I didn't even notice in the trailer, but she does not have her normal sword and shield like she did in the last movie and Justice League. And they're basically just going to do her with her gauntlets and her lasso, man. So they're going straight up weaponless. The new show Daybreak has already been canceled at Netflix after just one season. Ali Larter is set to star as a mom-turned-pro football cheerleader in a brand new Fox comedy that's coming. I like Ali Larter. This premise sounds horrible, but maybe I'll check it out. I don't know, just because I like her. Once Upon a Time duo is set to shepherd a new ABC series set in the Disney fairy tale universe. That's right. So what it is, we don't know, but it's going to be epic. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, first reactions have dropped. We have posted that up on our Twitter and our Facebook. If you want to read them, check them out. If you want to stay spoiler-free, stay away. Reactions are pretty mixed. The movie's actually technically rotten on Rotten Tomatoes already at like a 58%, or 56, I think it was this morning. Some people love it. Some people are saying it's epic and it's everything you wanted, and then other people are like, man, this movie sucks. So it is very divisive once again, which we're no shocker to after The Last Jedi. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be seeing it Friday in IMAX at 6 o'clock, going to the first showing in IMAX on Friday. So I'm excited, man, and my fingers are crossed. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. I like what J.J. Abrams did with Force Awakens. And from most of what I'm hearing, if you like Force Awakens, you're going to like this one. So we'll see. But if you want to read some more first reactions, check that out. Congratulations to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, which is the #1 song on the Billboard charts right now for the first time ever. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It has finally reached the top spot on the Billboard charts 25 years after its release. 25 years. I can't believe that song is 25 years old. First of all, because I remember when it came out, and it feels like yesterday. I can't believe that song was never #1, and it's #1 right now in 2019, 25 years after it came out. Congratulations to Mariah Carey. Craziness. In the Heights actor Anthony Ramos is set to lead a new sci-fi comedy called Distant. We have an announcement from Universal Studios saying that Fast and Furious 9, they're doing a big concert and trailer drop. That's right. They're going to be doing a concert in Miami, Florida with like Ludacris and Cardi B and a bunch of other people. And at this concert, they're going to officially unveil the Fast and Furious 9 trailer for the first time. This all goes down on January 31st. So get ready for it in about a little over a month, and we can finally see this Fast 9 trailer, which I am looking very forward to. But a very interesting concept to do this big concert and then drop a trailer with it. Okay. Netflix can't get enough of He-Man, so they're developing another He-Man and the Masters of the Universe CG series. That's right, not to be confused with the other He-Man series that Kevin Smith is doing for Netflix. So Netflix is just doubling down on their He-Mans. So hey, coming soon. We got everything coming January 1st through the 10th on Disney Plus that you can check out. Robert Kirkman's Stealth is being adapted into a film by Lee Daniels. This is really, really cool. Stealth looks pretty intense. And Lee Daniels is a badass director, and I can't wait to see what he does taking something like this and adapting it for the big screen. Love it, love it, love it. We have the trailer for Superman Red Son. That's right. The new movie is coming out next year, and you can finally see the new animated film, Superman Red Son. Check out the trailer now. Uzo Aduba has joined Lupita Nyong'o in HBO Max's Americana series. We have everything coming in January on Hulu, so check that out. Morfydd Clark has been cast as the young Galadriel in the new Lord of the Rings TV series for Amazon. Dave Green is directing a Wile E. Coyote movie. Okay, don't think we need that, but that's coming too. The doors are officially closed on Lodge 49 as no new home has been found. Remember, that show was canceled. They were trying to shop it around, but no one is picking it up. So it is officially donezo for Lodge 49. The Athena Protocol series is in the works from Village Roadshow. So that's something they're working on there. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is set for a $450 million opening weekend this weekend, so we'll see if it can surpass that 450. Pretty good number there for opening weekend. Zachary Moma is also joining Lupita Nyong'o's HBO Max Americana series. Netflix is remaking a documentary called The Legend of Cocaine Island, and they have gotten Will Ferrell, big difference, Will Ferrell to star in The Legend of Cocaine Island. That's right. So there you go. Sci-Fi has officially renewed the Van Helsing TV series for a fifth and final season. New Regency is in talks with Yorgos Lanthimos for the Hawkline Monster adaptation. Stone Village TV acquires the rights to the Jeff Lindsay novel Just Watch Me. We have the first teaser trailer for A Quiet Place 2, and I cannot stress teaser trailer enough. This, I hate to even call a trailer. It is so slim in what it does. I mean, it's barely a teaser, but hey, it's out and you can check it out. So there you go. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker content is officially coming to the Star Wars Battlefront 2 video game. Pretty cool there. Terminator Dark Fate will be hitting digital and Blu-ray next month in January. We have the final trailer for Onward, the new Pixar movie, so check that out. Masked Singer finished tonight, which I have not been able to watch yet because it's on the DVR, and my daughter loves that show, so I need to watch it with her, so we'll see who wins. Go Rottweiler. But hey, they're already getting ready for season 3, and we got an early look at the new costumes for season 3. The Game. Do you remember that show? It was on BET. Yes, it was called The Game. Well, a revival is in the works over at the CW. Of course, why not? The CW, baby. And last but not least, Freddie Stroma from the show Unreal has just officially joined Kevin James' new television show, his NASCAR-themed Netflix comedy called The Crew. That's right. So he has joined the cast of that. Looking forward to that because I love Kevin James, so I will support anything that guy does. But yeah, that's the latest on that. And with that being said, my friends, that's the news of the last week. We've gone a little over the half-hour mark. We're right about 37 minutes. Not too shabby. We had 10 days, 8 days to get through pretty much from the last episode. So let's talk release dates and box office, and we'll wrap this baby up. Out on Blu-ray and DVD this week is Rambo Last Blood, Ad Astra, or aka Sleepy Space Movie, Abominable, Downton Abbey, and Lucy in the Sky. So those are all available right now on Blu-ray and DVD, and they've been available for weeks if you do digital like I do, because I've had Rambo Last Blood, I think, for like a month already. So, in theaters this Friday is Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. That's right. Bombshell and Cats. That's right. I can't believe Cats is trying to come out the same weekend as Star Wars, dude. What a shitty movie. But I do want to see Bombshell, so I got to find some time to check out that one as well, too. But it's all about Star Wars this weekend, baby. I know I'll see it twice this weekend because I got to take the fam to see it as well. All right, weekend box office. Coming in number 10, it's 21 Bridges with 1.1 mil. Number 9 is Dark Waters with 2 mil. Number 8 is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with 3.3. Number 7 is Queen and Slim with 3.6. Number 6 is Ford v Ferrari with 4.1. Number 5 is Black Christmas with only 4.42 in its debut. Number 4 is Richard Jewell. We talked about this one earlier. Only $5 million in its debut to make it at number 4. Number 3 is Knives Out with 9.2. Number 2 is Frozen 2 with 19.1. And coming in at number 1, it's Jumanji, The Next Level, $60.1 million. That's right, 60.1, almost doubling the opening weekend of the last movie of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which opened up to about 36 million. So very nice to see the increase here. And we'll see how long this movie can maintain. But once again, I can't speak highly enough for Jumanji. The Rock is so incredible in this thing. Kevin Hart, God bless this dude, so good. Jack Black, so good. Karen Gillan, oh my God, I love you. You're amazing. Awkwafina was amazing in this thing. The kids are great. Danny DeVito, so good, man. Danny is so good in this movie, man. And of course, Danny Glover, so good as well too. So, man, can't speak highly enough for this cast. Check out Jumanji, The Next Level. And that, my friends, will do it for me here on this new episode of Am I on the Air. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, let's run it all down, right? Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. Duh. I mean, you should just know that already by now. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. You can follow me on Twitter directly at dxdonmega. Follow me on Stardust. Stardust is a really cool app where you can do 30-second mini reviews for TV shows, movies, trailers. It's really, really cool. Follow me. I'll follow you back at simply Don Mega, DONMEGA. That's Stardust. Check that out. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, don't you worry. You can find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play Podcast. We're all over the interwebs. We, of course, are on YouTube and Instagram. Just search Am I on the Air? And last but not least, thank you to our great affiliate over at reddragonsradio.com. That's reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio, where you can hear us streaming all the time, 24/7, along with a lot of other great podcasts. So check it out and spread some love. Thank you once again for tuning in and riding with me for this 40 minutes or so as we got through the latest and greatest in entertainment news. I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me. We should have a new episode out, obviously, so we could talk Star Wars, probably under our normal scheduled time on Monday. All right, we'll figure that one out for sure. Because then after that, it's going to get real busy, and then we got Christmas, and yeah, we're not gonna record late next week. It should be a regular Monday release for the next episode. So have a great week, everybody. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Red Dragons! Red Dragons!